Good morning. It's Thursday morning. Today we read Matthew 25:31 through 46. When the Son of Man comes in his glory, and all the angels with him, then he will sit on his glorious throne. Before him will be gathered all the nations, and he will separate people one from another, as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. And he will place the sheep on his right, but the goats on his left. Then the king will say to those on his right, "Come, you who are blessed by my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me." Then the righteous will answer him, saying, "Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you a drink? And when did we see you a stranger and welcome you, or naked and clothe you? And when did we see you sick or in prison and visit you?" And the king will answer them, "Truly I say to you, as you did it to one of the least of these my brothers, you did it to me." Then he will say to those on his left, "Depart from me, you cursed, into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry, and you gave me no food. I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and you did not welcome me, naked, and you did not clothe me, sick, and in prison, and you did not visit me." Then they also will answer, saying, "Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or a stranger or naked or sick or in prison, and did not minister to you?" And then he will answer them, saying, "Truly I say to you, as you did not do it to one of the least of these, you did not do it to me." And these will go away into eternal punishment, but the righteous into eternal life. That's a rather stunning and stark parable, and it flies in the face of a lot of what we've been saying about grace, because here you've got people judged on what they did or didn't do. That's works righteousness. All the Lutherans should be quivering. It's works righteousness indeed. It's the way that Jesus tries to encourage people to obey him, follow him. So first of all, righteousness always involves what we do. So this notion that works righteousness means anything we're doing is wrong. So let's get that out of the way. Second thing about this passage is that there's a stark sort of punishment versus reward, and that's just typical of apocalyptic language. Jesus teaches this way to make the point to his listeners that they need to obey him. But there's not much grace in this passage at all. It's a familiar passage. If you do it to Jesus, if you do it to one of the least of these, a poor homeless guy who walks in and asks for a bottle of water, then you've given Jesus something. And that's at once comforting and also helpful as we try to figure out what we're supposed to do in life. Now, the Presbyterian Church has this thing called the Matthew 25 Initiative, and it involves congregations committing itself to one or more of three areas: building congregational vitality, in other words, a sort of renewal, dismantling structural racism in your town or neighborhood, and eradicating systemic poverty. And when you think about it, those are huge goals. I mean, eradicating systemic poverty, really? You're going to change the whole system? I don't think so. We're going to dismantle racism, not just treat people nicer, but change the structure of everything. These are very, very ambitious goals, and they come out of this Matthew 25 chapter that we've been reading, these parables. And it's a helpful emphasis, I think, and one that our session will pursue in the coming months. But it's almost an impossible task when you just read those three bullets and think, how can we ever do any of that? Well, you have to, for us, the question is, how do we do those things in a local way here in Newton, and how can we make them a reality little by little? Maybe we can do something that helps. And that's the goal that we'll be looking at. For you, I would say, look around you and see, where are the sheep, where are the goats, where are the poor people who need food or a visit or just some encouragement, who need their basic needs met, for food and clothing and community. If you can meet any of those needs, even in a small way for one person, then you're on your way toward obeying Jesus. And that's really what he's calling us to do. It's not to change everything, but to change everything for one person, and then two, and then the next one, and so it goes. So I would encourage you to do that today. Let's get out there and get it done. And if you can't do it today, there's always tomorrow. So we will see you on Friday morning, and have a great day.